Hey, well, welcome everybody. Hey, this is a first for this year. Do you see this? You see this bright patch right here? That's the sun. The sun's still up. So I think this is a first for this year to have the sun up when Astronomy Daily Live is starting. So I think that's a first. Yeah, the sun is still out. You can see my shadow of my hand there a little bit. I don't know if you can or not. Kind of hard. Here, there we go. That's hard to do. All right, well, cool. So hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, the sun is just beginning to set. So in the next couple of minutes, this bright area on my neck there will be completely gone. So it should be going here pretty darn soon. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well out there in the universe and the world. So, um, you know, I should apologize for yesterday's canceling of the live stream. That I I thought that would be sort of a good idea. Um, but yeah, no, I think I think it really doesn't matter how long these live streams are. Part of this whole thing is sort of building a community, right? So it's just a way, to check in and say howdy, make sure everybody is at least relatively okay, and then talk some astronomy and all of that as well. So it doesn't really matter how long those are. So from now on, what I'm going to do is if there's any kind of major astronomical event, um, or space event, right, that takes place during this live stream, right, um, uh, then we'll just do this live stream as long as we can. And when that event is sort of about to occur, I'll just say goodbye and we'll meet again next time. So yeah. I just I don't. And the only reason why there's an apology here is because, yeah, it's I mean it's hindsight, but I want to make this uh, as good as I possibly can, um, for us all. And I don't like to cancel because I thoroughly enjoy doing this. I look forward to it, and I've got a bunch of friends here, so it works for me. So yeah, I just don't like to cancel. And I think yesterday, was like, well, I'm only gonna, if there's a 2:30 UTC launch, then we're only going to be on for 20 minutes. And it's like, do we really want to be on for only 20 minutes? Probably not. But yeah, I think I do. So, hey, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat really quick. Carolina Sky Astronomy, Tom, Chuck, and Kira just jumped in. So, hey, nice to see everybody in the chat. And sitting next to me on the panel, Bobby. Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. I just can't believe I never leave my message yet in the chat.
You need to leave your message.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I just got done with B or W, which went over their time.
Okay. Yeah, well, he can do that.
No, they can't. I mean, once it's at the top of the hour, they just cut the program off.
I cut it off. Yeah, well, I mean, what I mean is, right, is that he can, right? He can if he wants to, but it sounds like he's not going to get anywhere if he does that. So
that's it. And I think here comes the lovely, sexy, talented, and your favorite Trekkie here on Astronomy Daily Live, Linda.
Atta, hey, what's going on?
Absolutely. Well, I'm dead tired. I've had a guest for about a day and a half. So I'm trying to catch up on my food here.
Guests can be tiring because they have to be entertained.
Yeah, well, she's nice, but enough's enough, you know.
There you go. Can only handle them for a certain amount of time, and then it's like,
That's right.
yeah, I got you. Yeah.
What do they say about guests are like fish? After a couple of days, they stink.
They start stinking. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
let's
think that's
see.
right.
Okay, there's Jim from Carolina, Scott Astronomy. Tom is here. Chuck, Kira.
Wow, everybody's here. Hello, everybody.
Yay. Excellent. All right, so I've got a little bit of the coffee here. Just a little bit left. So, but it's perfect temperature right now. So,
Yeah.
and I've got the HOH as usual here. So very, very good. Hope everybody can just sit back, relax a little bit, sort of forget about everything, and let's focus on some cool stuff, some really, really neat stuff. So
It's kind of like a bit weird before we get on a tangent on something. I think
what's that?
When I get up in the morning, I'm like, okay, I can do everything and stuff. But later on throughout the day, my throat started to get a little bit scratchy and stuff. I don't know why.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it's a little bit of an allergy. Are you drinking enough?
Yeah, but I wish I could have like room temperature. No, not room temperature. I meant like the ability to quick freeze your water or quick cool it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I don't know. If you've got a fridge, you can keep a little jug in there, or have like 2 or 3 of these things, and just have some in the fridge, and then the one you've got. Sometimes that helps. So there are shenanigans going on in the chat. I know it. Excellent. Excellent.
Hey, that's it.
Just everybody's just chit-chatting away, saying hi, howdy. This is just this is what it is. We have a pressure tank that this can sit in for, I don't know, a certain amount of time. I think there's the flow through that tank is a relatively high rate, I suppose. We probably go through maybe a tank a day, maybe.
Now, I wonder if there's such thing and such good invention as microfreeze.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm talking about the ability to just cool down your stuff in more of a microwave style, but it cools it down.
Yeah, it would have to be exothermic, right? So yeah. Well, Bobby, I think you have an idea there. I think you need to get on it. See what's involved in removing energy from water molecules instead of adding it in sort of an RF way, right? I mean, maybe it's not microwaves. Maybe it's I don't know.
I know there's a such thing called cryogenic freezing. Maybe look into something like that.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same thing, though. There is freeze drying, which is pretty fast, I think, right? I'm not exactly sure about that, if it's really, really fast. It's certainly not as fast as what a microwave, would be sort of, in reverse.
And what's that called again?
Well, I'm talking about a freeze dryer. So it's some kind of I'm not exactly sure if it pulls a vacuum. Yeah, I think that's how it dries, is that it pulls a vacuum and just, sucks all the water out of everything.
And I think Atta's getting some echo.
Atta is echoing.
Not now.
Not now. She was just pushing buttons, that's all.
Yeah.
All right, well, cool. Yeah, so last night's SpaceX launch was canceled due to...
And I think it's canceled again.
Yeah, and they just canceled it again. They weren't happy with, how things look. But I sort of thought, that maybe we could look at a little bit of info about this mission, because it's a pretty historical mission. And it's something that is, if all...
that's one thing I like about it, having more geostationary free-to-air satellites, or satellites that could do like television and radio stuff. I just wish I could get me a satellite dish and a especially a sign receiver, and I can get like anything that I want.
Yeah, it's it's my observation about like satellite TV and all that is that it's a whole lot of nothing. So you've got 800,000 channels, and there's nothing on. Yeah, be wary of that. What these guys are doing, of course, is Ethernet, right? I mean, it's essentially a global Wi-Fi, and they're talking about gigabit links both ways. And
I wonder who's the customer for this.
Well, they were talking about that a little bit, and probably, their first customers are going to be, governments. I
was not talking about I'm not talking about those kinds of customers. I was talking about what kind of payload it's got in that rocket that they're trying to launch.
Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Are these?
Well, what organization that's got that payload in there now?
That is SpaceX.
No, that's not it. That's not it. I'm talking about who is the owner of the payload.
SpaceX. They own the rocket and the payload this time. That is a first. That is a first.
Okay.
So
so they're finally going to get launched those gazillion internet satellites that you want to... Oh,
alert. Hey there, Ron. I've been watching your adventures there in New York. Are you back yet, or are you still on the road?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, cool. I figured you probably were. Yeah.
Yep, still here. Just thought I'd check in. I noticed you were on, so hello.
Excellent. Well, thanks. So yeah, Ron, where are you and what are you doing?
I'm in Newburgh, New York, and hold on. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
No,
trying.
I lost you. Sorry about that.
No, we can still hear you.
Okay.
We can still hear you. He's
Okay.
not being abducted yet.
Okay, that's good. For some reason, I can't get the camera back. Where did the camera go?
Don't worry. We don't need to see you for you to tell us what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm in Newburgh. I'm in a city called Newburgh, New York.
All right, and Jim from CSA wants you to tell Bill and Amanda. He said, "Hey."
Okay. Hey.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. We were just talking about the Starlink satellites that SpaceX are going to be launching. That launch has been postponed now until probably like next week, I think they said.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty interesting endeavor, and it's all SpaceX, right? And this is one of the reasons why it's a historical. Somebody's having a lot of fun in the background there.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
I wonder who's that
someone
you
that
in
did.
the background.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here. So.
Good, excellent. All right, so
It sounds like his girlfriend isn't there.
No, that's just
Hey.
a person.
All right. Well, so yeah, one of the reasons why this is a historical launch is because I think this is the first time that the owner of the rocket and the owner of the payload is the same company. So the whole thing is being owned and run by SpaceX. So they're going to be launching 60 satellites, and my understanding is that these aren't going to be sort of your normal looking deployment. What they're actually going to do, I guess, is they're going to start this thing to spin. Right? They're going to spin this thing, and as it spins,
I think you might want to mute Ron on that one.
Yeah, Ron, could you?
You don't want me to bring you a marshmallow?
Could you mute Ron?
Huh?
Could you?
Sorry about that.
All right, yeah, no worries. Maybe you want to mute yourself. I don't know. It's up to you.
How do I do that now?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I
got
think
to
he's
be
been
one of
using
those
his
buttons.
phone more.
Yeah, that's
probably
probably true. Well, that's cool. Anyway, so we're gonna spin this thing and release them that way. So they all are just going to splay out. I don't know what that's going to look like, but it's going to look pretty spectacular. I hope they have. I hope they can get some good pictures of that. Because yeah, that I think might look pretty interesting. So yeah, and then there's going to be 60 of them. Maybe not all of them will work. Don't know. But here's a picture. Here, I'm going to share my screen here.
And Page Master did a press release of the Starlink mission.
Yeah,
cool.
he's posted that in the chat.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to hide, and I'm going to go over here. So, so there they all are, packed in. You can see one half of the what's that thing called? Fairing. One half of the fairing, and then you can see all the satellites in here, all packed in. So apparently there are 60 of them there. So that is very, very full. This is the heaviest launch that SpaceX has ever done, even including Falcon Heavy. I think this is. I think the number I saw was 18.1 metric tons. So
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a
I
lot.
don't know how to mute the microphone, guys. I'm trying to figure it out.
All right, well, that's cool. So here's just some interesting stats here. We're talking about, I guess their initial deployment sort of operation was going to be 550 of them. So wow.
Wow. So then these are individual satellites that they're going to put up?
They're individuals, but they also communicate with one another. So that's what sort of makes.
Are they going to be like? Are they going to be like the one that they set up a little while back, where they had like the 6 satellites, and they were on all angles of the Earth, and they can control the magnetosphere or steady the magnet. No, well, they said steady, but I thought it was control. But anyway.
Okay, yeah, you're talking about the Van Allen probes.
Yeah.
There were 2 of those. Those probes are pretty much at the end of their mission. I think they might actually already be done. But yeah, the idea there was, of course, to study the Van Allen belts, which is a very interesting part of the Earth system, I guess you can say. So no, these satellites are going to be much closer. I think their orbits are somewhere around like 400 or 500 kilometers. So they're pretty low orbits. The idea is that they'll last a few years and then they'll burn up in the atmosphere.
Okay.
So there will be a constant replenishment, and a lot. I think they were talking about eventually having like 20,000 of these things.
All right.
So pretty crazy, but yeah, it's this is the Everyday Astronauts website here, and let's see if he's updated. Yeah, he has changed it to be announced. So yeah, tonight's was canceled again. I guess they were just a little bit nervous about something, so they canceled. They weren't incredibly clear on exactly what.
I heard there was going to be doing some updates on their satellite system to try to stop it from being buggy when it's come to launch time.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly everything that they're doing on this launch, but at least their primary payload, and here it's saying 18.5 metric tons. So
and they're going to be an LEO.
Yeah, I mean a little bit like high LEO, right? 550 kilometers. So that's a little bit high. The ISS is about 400. So these guys are a little bit higher than that. So yeah, they won't be geosynchronous. They'll be buzzing overhead all the time. But yeah, it's once this thing goes, and actually back to what Bobby was talking about in terms of who are the customers, the entire world is the customer. So this can be reached anywhere, right? I mean, if you're out in the middle of the Pacific on a little raft and you want to use you want to surf the web, you can do it. So it's pretty amazing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think surfing the web would be my first thought if I were in the middle of the Pacific on a raft.
At least somebody caught that. Thank you, Atta.
Yeah. Now, are they pretty much going to be in like above a gigahertz or something, or maybe 2 gigahertz?
So you mean like when
I
I'm
don't know.
stuck in the raft and I
Like
can look up
maybe.
and Google?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
All
And
right.
yeah, Bobby, I'm not quite sure what it's going to be, but it's going to be probably pretty high frequency because they want to push a lot of bandwidth, right? A lot of bandwidth. So I think it's going to be pretty high. But they say that the antennas that we need are going to be like small flat discs that you can basically point anywhere, and they'll be able to pick up some satellite. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. But yeah, so there they all are. And as I said, I think what they're going to do is they're going to spin this thing up and then release them. So that'll be pretty spectacular to see if we get a chance to see that.
How
But
many
yeah,
are there? How many satellites again?
I guess there's 60 here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So now, how long do they orbit the Earth for?
They're going to orbit several years at least. Yeah, I mean, at that kind of elevation, they're going to be up there for a while.
Okay.
I don't think there's any kind of law or rule yet, but a lot of SpaceX has sort of decided on their own that it's a good idea to have a plan to deorbit things that they launch, and because they don't want to contribute to space junk. So I think these are supposed to come down in 10 years. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
And they're gonna like keep it up. Try to keep the customers in play, right?
Yeah. Well, their initial deployment of 550. There's something funny. I've got to see.
I don't know if there's anything funny.
Yes, Jim. I'm telling you, it's a new age. It's a completely new age. You'll be able to be out there just completely, in your little raft, and you'll be able to do updates.
And right about James Dugan, I have to refresh my chat too.
Oh, hey there, James Dugan. I almost missed you. Nice to see you.
Hello, James Dugan.
He's from Australia.
Yeah.
So Australia in the house.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
He is a regular.
Yeah. Yep. James is all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Taliban Scar says we can order pizza too.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Probably in Gilligan's Island, we can definitely order pizza for sure.
For sure. So yeah, this is going to. I mean, this I think is.
So now that guy on the desert island.
Hey guys! I think we just made all the lens of vomit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, then that guy on the desert island can pull out his smartphone and actually call for help.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely. No, I mean, this kind of thing is really going to change a lot.
How much is going to be a month, and what kind of equipment are we going to get?
Well, I don't know. I don't think any of that has really been worked out yet. Oh, I'm going to get us out of the black hole here. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, before I fire a proton torpedo on there.
Yeah. So, they want to make it affordable, right? Competitive. And I think they probably will be able to do that. And I just think, I mean, it's a, I mean, in terms of the business model, I think it's absolutely great. I think everybody's going to want this. They're going to forget about all these land things. Those are going to be maybe used for different things instead. So yeah, who knows?
You mean our radio shows? You mean like our and TV maybe is gonna go to strictly satellite?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh wow!
It's already in
It
satellite.
already
we
is.
already got internet in the satellite functionality as we have it now.
Yeah,
With
to a
the
certain
phone, I
extent,
mean,
not
Yeah.
not
All right. Thank you,
globally.
Page Master, in the KAKU and the B band for the Starlink satellites. Very
Okay,
good.
cool.
right.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
I mean,
I think I can get KA on a traditional SDR, but probably not KU or B.
So yeah, I mean, what that's going to do, right, is it's going to actually open up.
Never mind. I always just get the L band. Sorry.
Oh, all right. It's going to open up the infrastructure here on the ground that we already have, right? All these wires and things that are coming into our houses might be able to be used for something else. So yeah, it's.
Speaking of like radio stuff, I really love the way how the Europeans modified their SDR hardware so they can get that geostationary amateur radio satellite on the spot. Because I think they're in 10 gigahertz, and like our SDRs only can do 2 gigahertz. What they do is they take they have to be kind of modified LNB, and it's got a down converter. And I'm not sure it's Earth doing it, but anyway, as I'm saying, let's see. So the way that they were able to modify the LNB was to put a down converter. And that down converter can access the 10 gigahertz, down step it to a compatible frequency on the SDR, and they can just enjoy listening to that satellite in Europe.
Very cool. Interesting. All right, well, cool. So that's what's going on with SpaceX, and it's some pretty exciting times, for sure. Yeah, and like I said, this launch is a pretty historical launch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You just got to keep track of when the launches are going to take place. I don't think that right now there's any kind of updates or anything, but I think in the next week or so, there's supposed to be another.
Same still again. It'll be great for remote telescopes and dark sites for getting your data back and controlling the scope from your house in the major city.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's going to. This kind of thing is just going to really change. It's a big game changer, and everybody's going to want it because I think it is going to be really cheap, and yeah, I mean, gigabit that would be I would find that pretty acceptable, right? So yeah, not bad. So hope they can do it. They have some fairly low expectations in terms of all the satellites working, and then lasting a certain amount of time, making sure everything works. Because I'm not exactly sure what the configuration is, but they're going to have to network these things.
I think speaking of Starlink, I think they're in direct competition with Ethernet, which is like it's going to be the replacement of internet that also, I think it's also using like L-band satellites as well. And I think you could get internet from there as well.
Yeah,
I think there's a couple of things that are the negative on this situation. Though you think about it, you can have a hacker that might be able to hack one and in all 60 satellites.
Yep.
All right. You can also have somebody that might be able to take control and actually control, basically people's thoughts and people's ideas, basically a little bit more than what they're doing now,
Controlling our thoughts. We're all going to have to wear aluminum hats.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to get the aluminum hat out. What's the problem? That's all that we gotta do.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And
That's
I
the easy
think I'm
part.
doing a RAF of 5G right now.
But then the other thing is you're gonna be a little bit more into the Big Brother watching you syndrome, meaning that they're gonna have better control over watching and seeing everything that you're doing. Okay.
Yep, that's true.
So now, those are the disadvantages of what I see with this whole thing. Even though the technology is great, not saying it's not great,
Mhm.
but there are some downsides to it that we need to be aware of. Okay.
Yeah, and I think all those things are going to take place to one extent. I mean, there's no way to eliminate completely all the negative aspects of these amazing
True.
tools.
That's right.
True.
I mean, it's just like a hammer,
One of the things
right?
that I can do with my SDRs is find out and still can find out what's in a cell phone conversation.
Yeah, well, those things are encrypted now too, right? So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
but they're all right. But
So
but
the
they're
hammer
right
does
around it.
the hammer does the right thing until you hit your thumb. Then it's not doing the right thing.
well, right, and also, depending on intent and use, the hammer can be used for, quite a number of things.
Oh yeah.
Some of which help and some of which hurt. So, but yeah, I mean, it kind of falls back on responsible use, and the tools that we have now are they definitely fall into that category.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just got to be careful with these things, and make sure that we understand them as well as we can, and they can be absolutely amazing, right? They can help us so much.
And Otto's age, if anybody cares about me to watch me, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, CSA, I can see it now. Taking a selfie, floating on a raft in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and posting to Facebook. Hey guys, can somebody hook me up with a ride? Well, actually, it's supposed to be the Atlantic Ocean, not the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah. Atta has officially lost it there. She's now vacant. We completely lost her there. So good job, Jim. You did it. I think that's a first here.
Jim.
So awesome. Very, very good. We it's a good thing to stretch. It's a good thing to stretch for a little while. So
yeah. Thank you, Jim, for now I gotta get you for murder. Oh, she's back from the dead. Run!
Live long and prosper.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, excellent, excellent. All right, well, cool.
I'm
I
trying to
thought,
get.
you know, there was another interesting thing that maybe I'll just mention here, and then we can. Well, if there's any more time, we can get back to the constellation Aries. But I was I've been itching a little bit to go out and collect some more data, but you know, I'm sort of like, well, what kind of data should I grab? I sort of have a pretty good sample now, and so you know, I'm working through all of that. But what
Hmm.
don't I have? And what I don't have is a near Earth orbiting asteroid. So I went over to spaceweather.com and I looked at their list of asteroids that are going to be passing near the Earth, relatively near the Earth. And
Hmm.
there was one that sort of stood out. I think I can look at it here. It's asteroid 66391. Um, doesn't really have a name. It has another designation, 1999 KW4. So 1999, of course, is the year of its discovery. KW4, that is, I think that says something about where the asteroid was discovered and maybe what month.
Hmm.
Um, so I forget exactly how that works. But anyway, it was discovered a while ago, but on on the on about May 25th, at about eight. Oh, sorry, at about
Yeah.
1300 UTC.
Oh, sorry
Um,
about that.
all right. Um, so May 25th, about 13 hours UTC, it's going to be passing about 13.1 times the distance between the Earth and the Moon to us. So not really, really, really close, but pretty darn close. And so I sort of thought, well, hey, you know, I should look and see if I can see this object. And, you know, actually see it in the scope here,
And
data.
whoever this dude is, welcome.
Yeah. Hey there. Hi there. Can't read your name, but welcome. So this is Astronomy Daily Live. We talk all things astronomy here, and we're just getting into looking at what's called an ephemeris for this asteroid 66391. And I guess what I'll do is I'll share my screen and show you what I am staring at. So share that way, and then go back over here. And
I don't know why I can't get that live screen on my phone here. I hear you, but I can't see you.
yeah, huh.
And when I go to see you, then it says I'm already in a call with you. I don't know what the heck. I
Well,
don't
you
know.
might try popping out and popping back in if you
Okay, I'll
want.
do that. All right, I'll be back.
Sometimes cycling power does the job, you know. So
Yep.
what I did is I went over to and I'm going to the wrong place here. I went over to the JPL Horizons website and I typed in all the relevant necessary information that it needs, and it creates this ephemeris, which I've just copied and pasted over onto this, which might be a little bit easier to see.
Cosmic lettuce.
Hello.
No. On Google Hangouts.
Are you part of the hangout?
Love your eyes. Yeah.
Thank you.
I never found out how was one able to get those types of hangouts on the phone. I never did find out.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to hang up and restart it here. And Keith from P&K Space Imaging, or P&K Science now, is here.
Okay, cool. So that was Keith? Cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Keith.
Well, I know him from the...
You know him from the stream, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
you know Cosmic Lettuce, right?
Sure do.
Yeah.
Tell them me and Mark D'Antonio are both here.
Yeah, Mark
Cool.
D'Antonio is here too.
All right.
And Keith has a bad indigestion problem. Oh, okay, that's what it is. He's making sound effects on his phone, and it sounds like it's coming from, you know where.
So, hey, Mark, welcome.
Oh,
All right. Let me try to hang up again and come back. All right.
yeah,
All
why
right,
don't you do that? Oh,
All right, well, cool. So I just ran this from May 24th at 0 hours UTC through, let's see what the last date and time here is. Sorry for the, so to May 28th. And if you sort of look here, right about here, on May 27th at 3 hours UTC, not only is the moon new, which is what that N is, but this object is about as bright as it's going to get. So it's magnitude 12 and a half, which is not exactly pushing the limits of my system, but it's getting pretty darn faint. But the really amazing thing is how fast it's moving because it's so close.
Yeah, Ron, try tapping anywhere on your screen and maybe there should be some options.
Yeah, there might be.
Okay.
No. But anyway, this number right here is the distance in astronomical units, I believe. I think it's astronomical units. Let's see, we can find that out right here. Delta. Delta is in astronomical units, AUs. Yeah. So as you can see on the 27th at 3 hours UTC, it's like I said, as bright as it's gonna get, and it's a 0.0375 AUs from us. So it's super close. This is a relatively large object too. It's something like 1.7 kilometers in diameter. So it's a big one. But look how much it moves in just 1 hour. We can actually calculate this if you want. I'll show you how. I'll show you how I would do that. We can do it right here on the screen. So I'll start up a calculator program here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these coordinates here for 4 hours. We lost Atta. Uh-oh. Well, maybe she'll come back. And the coordinates 1 hour before. So as you can see, it's 9 hours, 42 minutes, 51.54 seconds. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to convert these hours, minutes, and seconds to actually degrees, minutes, and seconds. But let's look at the difference first, right? So 9 minus 9 is 0. 42 minus 40 is 2. 51, let's see.
And we just got back, Atta.
Yeah.
I thought the pumpkin god says it's time to
Trying to
go
find
now.
out how to hang up on the call and call back.
Why?
Yeah. Okay, so
I need to hang up and call back.
Yeah,
it looks like
not letting me do it here.
it has moved 2 minutes 18.54 seconds, but that's in terms of RA. So what we want to do is we want to convert that to degrees in the sky. Well, for every hour, we go 15 degrees. So we're going 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Let's see how many hours that is. So this is divided by 3,600. And then we're going to add
Problem I had.
Plus, I keep hitting caps lock instead of that. 2 divided by 60. Okay, so that's how much of an hour
Close this, and it'll take it out. Yeah.
it is. So now
It didn't.
we multiply that by 15. And that gets the number of degrees. So it moves more than half a degree
Can they hear this?
in right ascension.
I don't know.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I know. He was trying to figure out how to find out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I can't
Yeah,
get it.
try touching anywhere around the screen, and there should be some options. I don't know why there's no options.
Options.
I
We
know.
need options. Okay.
Story of my life.
So to figure out the difference in declination, of course, this is already in degrees. So we just have to subtract these two. And as you can see, it's actually moving north.
Okay.
But we'll worry about the sign later. So what we need to do is we need to subtract 20 degrees, 27 minutes, 23.9 seconds. So I'm going to convert that to decimal degrees. I'm going to use my handy dandy calculator to do that because it has a function on there to do it. Okay, so that is 20.456639. Okay. Then I'm going to subtract 1959, 1.9. That's 19.983861. So that's how many degrees in declination. So in right ascension, it's moving almost 6/10 of a degree, and in right ascension, almost half a degree. This thing is in 1 hour, right? So now
Ron figured it out. Now Ron figured it out.
is he out?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply Pythagoras' famous theorem here. I'm going to add these two, add actually the squares of these two, like that. And then I'm going to take the square root. Can I do that? You know what? I don't know if this has a square root function. Oh, it does. Okay. So I'm going to confirm that on my other calculator here really quick. Just because 0.47 squared. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So
Yeah, I don't know what Ron is doing, but I just got a notification saying I'm getting a call from you in Earth Radio.
who knows? Who knows? We're casual here. We're just gonna go with it. So look at that. In 1 hour, it's moving 3/4 of 1 degree. That's more than the width of the full moon in 1 hour. So this
There we go.
thing is really, really, really moving. So that's about 44.7 arc minutes per hour. So nice and fast, and it is going to be bright, and most importantly, it's going to be visible. So yeah, I'm going to try to observe that that night. Of course, that'll be the evening of the 26th here. So so what? That's in a few days, 10 days or something like that. So yeah, who knows what the forecast is going to be? But the moon is going to be new, and it's going to be bright, and might be interesting. It might be interesting to see. Basically, just to be able to track it is sort of going to be a really interesting challenge. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. It looks like it's going to be visible. As long as it's clear, it should be good to go.
I'm glad I finally got the screen. I got the screen fixed at the end of the show.
Well, you made it. You made it. So yeah, actually, speaking of the end of the show, let's call it here. We're getting to sort of the top of the hour, and I know some of us turn into pumpkins. So let's not get into that at all.
And the weather here in New York has been rainy and mostly cloudy. So it don't matter where I go. But we don't have a tornado. We don't have a tornado.
Just likes to follow you around.
Yeah, but today was nice. We took a boat ride on the Hudson River ferry boat.
Oh, very cool.
Fun. Yeah, so about a 2-hour tour basically, and just going up the river and back down.
Very cool. And, that sounds nice.
Pretty cool.
That sounds
so
very
it was a nice day for that. It was not raining, a little windy, but not too cold, so it was good.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. All right, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to get out of here for now. So yeah, I don't think anything is going on here to stop me from being back here tomorrow. So same time, same place. Right. Let's do some more.
I'll try to visit again, and I'll try to maintain the mic volume or figure out a way how to.
Excellent.
I'm on a holiday though, so you gotta forgive me for that. So.
You are totally forgiven. Totally.
All right. All right. Good to see you, Bobby and Adam.
Yeah, it was good to see everybody.
You guys next time.
I'm gonna get out of here. So how much longer are you there, Ron? Really quick.
I'm gonna be here until I think Monday morning, and we're gonna leave. Cool. But we're gonna go visit a friend of ours in farther up north by Niagara Falls. One of my DJ guys, Chris Elliott, and we're gonna see him. And so we'll be heading back probably Tuesday back to home. So.
Sounds good.
Anyway, we'll be back home. I mean, I'll be home probably Wednesday by the time I get done traveling my time. Because it's a 14-hour drive from where I'm going to. So it's a 7-hour drive to his house, and then it's another 14-hour drive for me to get home.
Wow.
So,
all right. Well, travel safely and check on in here. Whenever you want. Of course, you're always welcome.
Yep, I'll try to check in when I'm able to, for sure.
Cool.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna get out of here.
Thank you, Bobby, for streaming that stuff on the radio. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
All right, everybody.
Later on.
Bye. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper, everybody. All right.
Bye.
I will see you on the spin tomorrow. All right, bye.
Later.